It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from SoFi. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. Going deep right away. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap to Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Ball at the 33 for first down. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackle made by Elijah Bolden. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Prescott here from the gun. He's going deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First down, here's Dak. Hits his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun is Prescott. Searches from the pocket. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Darius Davis to return it. Returns looking good so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first. From the gun, they go with Harris. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground with Harris. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
On third down, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Prescott now on 3rd down. It's caught, Ferguson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It's complete! Oh my, they left him wide open downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Time for our 2nd quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Dak off the play fake. Oh, Derwin James gets him. It's an interception. And the Chargers getting back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
They give to Harris from the gun. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Herbert from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And he gets this forward to the 19. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now they send their back in motion right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Christian is in with the INT. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. He's on the move. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. This one misses the tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it deep downfield. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And not much on the run, but he does get across the 25. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Herbert now. Short pass caught by his tight end. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
From the gun on 3rd, it's Herbert. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. J.K. Scott on to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He has it at the 33. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Cut out left. Rolling into enemy territory. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Finds his fullback. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing on first is Prescott. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
It's taken in by Lamb. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Cowboys driving. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And they finally get to him. He just kept hanging on to that football, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd and long for him here. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. Kavontae Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Brings in the kick at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Cowboys take over first place again at their own 27-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No motion, Lamb right. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Prescott here from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Chargers take possession. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Going to Harris to start the half. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Herbert on 1st down. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes this inside the red zone to the 15 before going out. They gain 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now. Can't get it to him. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. It's Herbert once more. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This will be a 44-yard look. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And that'll keep the deficit at 13.
Goal to go, and to come away with nothing. Zip, zilch, nothing. It's not all on him for missing the kick. He could shoulder the blame with the 11 other guys who couldn't find the end zone on 1st, 2nd, or even 3rd and goal.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Dak out of the pistol. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Breaks through, and he might break away. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight was giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That kind of call right there, Kate, it shouldn't be the 3rd down surprise. It used to be 5, 10, 15 years ago. So common in teams' playbooks league-wide. But boy, is it tough to defend. And that's why they love breaking it out to reset those chains.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to fight his way forward for a modest pickup to the 43.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun is Prescott. Buys time, rolling right. Ferguson there to bring it in. He has room past the 25. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That goes for 36 yards. And that will set up first and goal. Lone back gets the handoff. Crosses the goal line for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys lengthen the lead at the end of the third. The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for two here. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on two more to their lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Robinson sent in motion left. First and 10 give to Harris. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. 3 quarters in the book. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of a yard on the play.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Herbert now to throw on third. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it, thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Herbert from the gun. Finds him over the middle. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers get it back to a 14-point game. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Turpin with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motion man left is Lamb. 1st down, here's Dak. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he doesn't get much. A small pickup down to the 42. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Dak now from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running behind center with Harris. And he's going to be tackled after getting it up to the 28. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Second and 4. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. From the gun on 3rd, it's Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
And the charge is first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Herbert again. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Couldn't connect with Lad McConkey. So that brings up second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Herbert to throw once more. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And the Cowboys scoop it up.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. He cuts it to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
One of the tight ends motioning right. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Cowboys ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. All right, all set up now. First and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On first down, they'll run. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Give him 3 on that game. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win.